let's go. Okay, cool. So now anybody can check the video on YouTube. It's the same name. If everybody's asking, it's English with Vicky on YouTube, and all of the recordings are there. So today is the second day that we're working on C1 level vocabulary. Everything to do with colors is the topic. I would like to run through briefly what we saw yesterday. Okay, so we saw a quote by Coco Chanel. And then these are the phrasal verbs that we saw. So we saw to black out. If you don't know what that means, the video's on YouTube now. If you want to go and check it or study it, it's up on YouTube. So the first one that we saw was to black out, which means to faint. Okay, we did some examples. The second one that we saw, which was Alessio's favorite, I think. Alessio did the speaking yesterday and it was so much fun. He was a superstar. And this was his favorite vocabulary. To brighten up means to make somebody happier. Or it can be the day. If it's a cloudy day and then the clouds go away, you can say it has brightened up. We had some examples. Then we saw the phrasal verb to paint over. This means that if you have a wall covered with wallpaper or something or graffiti and you paint on top of the previous design, you're painting over. Then we saw to color in. Okay, so you have the outline and then you put color on the inside. We saw paint on, which can mean if somebody is not happy but they force a smile on their face, they're painting a smile on their face. Then we saw to lighten up, which is really similar to brighten up. There's a video on TikTok explaining the difference. It's also on YouTube and Instagram. Everything is English with Vicky. So you can check that there. This one is, brighten up refers to your attitude and lighten up refers to your mood. So again, it means to make somebody less serious, okay? Tone down. So it can be to reduce the color, but it can also be to reduce your behavior. So if somebody's using a lot of bad language or, hello guys, thanks for the hearts, or a lot of aggressive comments, you can say, hey, can you please tone it down? Okay, can you please reduce the amount of bad language you are using and so on. Awesome. Okay, so that's what we saw yesterday. It's on YouTube. Hey, Cole, I can see you in there. Hey, I said hello first, eh? Okay, hello, Swaz Angel. So you haven't missed much. I just did a review of what we saw yesterday. Hello, Swaz Angel. I just did a review of the phrasal verbs we saw yesterday. And if anybody has a doubt or you weren't here yesterday, you can check that on YouTube, English with Vicky. Okay, it's all up there so you can check those phrasal verbs. So we're going to continue now today with idioms and expressions. YouTube is the same name. Yeah, thank you, Cole. Same name, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little bit different. So every 5 idioms, I'm going to give you I'm going to answer the questions, okay? If you guys have any questions. Hope you're okay with the heat. Look, I mean, the heat, right now it's 27. So it's 20, today it was 29, so it's not bad. However, I mean, this Wednesday, it mentions here that it could be 37. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but maybe it will change. Maybe it will change. Okay, so the first idiom today is green with envy. So often in English, and I maybe in other languages, I don't know, you guys can tell me, but in English, we have, we associate colors with emotions. So if you're angry, what's the color for anger? The color for anger is red. Okay? Good job, Xiaoho. Good job. It's red. Yeah. I'll answer this question out after Swaz Angel, okay? I should take a picture of this one. Cole can answer that question for you. Where in the world? Oh no, okay. Where am I now? I'm in Spain. So envy we associate with the green color. Green can be you are sick or you are envious. So in this case, it means extremely jealous. Extremely jealous. So green with envy is extremely jealous. Everyone was green with envy when they saw the couple's beachfront villa overlooking the Mediterranean. I hope you guys can see the screen okay and see everything big enough. Let me know if I need to increase the size or move to the left or anything. Yeah, for example, the Hulk. That's a nice one. Okay, nice one. Yeah. Okay. Next example, his colleagues tried to congratulate him on the promotion, but several of them were clearly green with envy. The green giant, was he envious? I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if the green giant was envious or not. I can't think now. So yeah, I don't know if this has happened to you guys. If something good happens to you and maybe your friends or your colleagues, they don't congratulate you, they're probably a little bit envious. Maybe even green with envy, you know? Okay, next one. I have to admit, envious is like jealous. Yes, it is, was Angel. Some people say the difference between envy and jealous, if you're jealous, jealous is less serious than envious. And envious is you almost prefer something bad to happen to that person. That's the level of jealousy that you have, that you would like to take what they have. So I think envy is more serious than jealousy, I think. Yeah, don't rain on their parade with your good news. Don't take their thunder. Yeah, exactly. Awesome, Cole. Really good expressions. Really, really good expressions. They're both to do with the weather as well, aren't they? So I have to admit, I was a little green with envy when my best friend announced she'd won an all expenses paid trip to Japan. Yeah, Cole is almost native level now. Yeah. Okay, green envy when her best friend announced she'd won an all expenses paid trip to Japan. Yeah, I mean, I think we all feel jealous sometimes. It depends how you act, you know. Green with jealous is, you can really, really see that the person is jealous, you know. Hello, Rusaki. Is this real life? Yes, it's real life. Why do you ask? Does it not seem like real life? I think it's real life. As far as I know, it's real life. Or is this just a fantasy? No AI here. Hi, Monica. Hello. Okay. So, possible origin. The expression dates back to ancient Greece, where emotions were believed to affect the body's fluids. Shakespeare later popularized the association between the color green and jealousy, helping establish the expression in English. So I think that's super interesting. It's really cool. So yeah, green with envy. Memory tip, jealousy can make you feel physically sick. And sick we associate also with being jealous. Okay. Next one is to see red. Any ideas what this means? To see red? Which level do you teach? I want to get a C1 Cambridge certificate. I teach almost all levels, but most of my students are around C1, Axel. Good job, Cole. Anger, frustration, brilliant. Yeah. Seeing red is anger and frustration. Yeah. To be angry. Good job, Gabby. So, do you know the bulls in Spain, in the south of Spain? All over Spain, really. You have this, the bullfighting, right? So they hold up, the matador, he holds up, the bullfighter, he holds up a red blanket for the bull. And the bull is not going to run for the matador. the bull will always go for the red. Because for some reason, in the bull's brain, when he sees something red, this is like a target for him. I can't remember why bulls, but bulls will always go for red. So when we see red, it's like we are blind. We become really, really, really angry, really fast, and usually you can't control your reaction. I heard this thing is the bull got angry at the motion of the red. Okay, it was the movement of the, okay, not the color. That's really interesting, Cole. So a person sees red like bull. This is a metaphor. Yeah, it's kind of like that, Swaz Angel, yeah. So seeing red is like this. You become like blind with rage. So meaning is to become extremely angry. Red Bull. Exactly, Cole. Red Bull, yeah. That's a funny one. You can remember, guys. Cole said Red Bull. It's easy to remember. Now, lose your temper. This is definitely an expression that you guys, after B2, you should know. In Spanish, is perder los papeles. So this means you become so angry that you are not in control. Okay, you're shouting, screaming, maybe you break something, but you're not in control if you lose your temper. For example, yeah, it's a metaphor, good. For example, my father saw red when he discovered that someone had scratched his new car in the supermarket car park. Hi, Sophia. Hello. So my father saw red. Can you imagine if somebody scratched your new car? Have you lost your marbles? This is more like to go crazy. Yeah, I'm at my wit's end. Exactly, to be at your wit's end. You're about to lose your temper, yeah. So can you imagine if you had a new car, you went into the supermarket and you discovered somebody had scratched your car? End of my tether, exactly, Swaz Angel, that's it. And you discover somebody has scratched your new car, you're going to see red. And if you see the person who did this, you will be like a bull, charging at them. Hello, Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan is confirming what Cole said. Bulls can't see red. I was always told it was that all the blood in your head makes you see red. Okay, that's so interesting. Yeah, on my nerves, Swaz Angel. Somebody is getting on your nerves. On your nerves. Yeah, you're getting on my nerves. That's so interesting, Jonathan. Thank you. Next example, she normally stays calm, but she saw red when she realized somebody had been bullying her younger brother. Okay, so they touched a nerve. They touched a nerve. So a sensitive area. And then she became really angry. She was extremely cross, Cole. Yeah, extremely cross. The manager saw red after discovering that confidential company information had been leaked to a competitor. Struck a nerve. It's to strike. To strike a nerve. To C-R-I. Strike a nerve. Yeah, very good, Swaz Angel. Exactly. To strike a nerve. To strike a nerve. Good job. Yeah. So the manager saw red. Possible origin. So for centuries, red has symbolized danger, blood, what Jonathan said, correct, violence, and intense emotion, because it's also for love, isn't it? Valentine's Day, everything is red. Many people believe the expression comes from bullfighting. But bulls don't actually react to the color red. You guys got it. They react to the movement. This is what Cole said. Good job. The association with anger comes from the way our faces often become red when we are furious. That's it. Is the real reason. Okay? Yeah. Red like Royal Guard. I knew that you did know that. Good job. Well done. So, I didn't expect anybody to know that. Okay. So, imagine your vision turning red with anger. That's what Jonathan said. Good job. So, next one is out of the blue. Anybody got any idea? Couldn't find card emoji. That's okay. That's okay. What about out of the blue? Random. Hello, Black Cat. Good job. Good job, Cole. You got it. It's when something happens, feel Uncomfortable? I think it's more like something unexpected happens. Yeah. Out of the blue, it's like it comes out, falls out of the sky. You don't expect this opportunity or this occurrence, and it happens, you are totally shocked, surprised, exactly, totally surprised. Green with envy and now out of the blue. Good job. The decision to buy a scratch card was out of the blue, but I won £5. Good job. Yeah. And red. Very good. So the meaning is completely unexpected without any warning. That's the meaning. For example, mira, I hadn't spoken to my university roommate in nearly 15 years. So it was completely out of the blue when he called me asking if I'd like to be the best man at his wedding. Purple? I'm trying to think of one with purple. I don't think I have any with purple. Do I know one with purple? I'm thinking of purple rain. I'll try to think of one with purple. Cole. Cole, you've got some telepathy going on, I think. So I hadn't spoken to my university roommate in nearly 15 years. So it was completely out of the blue when he called me asking me to be the best man at his wedding. Totally out of the blue, right? I have had a meeting when the director came late. I was out of the blue. I don't think so. Is Cole your secret twin? My secret twin. It could be, who knows? Siddig, you could say, good job, Black Cat, that's coming up. White lie is coming up next. So we have in the chat here, I have had a meeting when the director came late. I was out of the blue. You could say, today I didn't expect to have a meeting, but then the director scheduled a meeting out of the blue. Okay, you could say. A harmless fib, Cole. Cole, are you a native speaker? And you're only joking with all of us, I think. Okay, I think Cole needs to get on the chat for the speaking and speak in front of everyone, and we can discover if he's really a native speaker or what. Okay, the company announced massive redundancies completely out of the blue, leaving hundreds of employees shocked and uncertain about their future. So the employees believed that their job was very secure, and suddenly there were hundreds of redundancies out of the blue. Next one, out of the blue, my grandparents decided to pay for my master's degree. It was the last thing I expected. Okay. Possible origin. The expression is believed to come from the image of a bolt of lightning suddenly appearing from a clear blue sky. Because there are no dark clouds to warn you, the event feels completely unexpected. Yes, out of the blue means surprise. Good job, Swaz Angel. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Mango Adrian. Awesome. So imagine lightning striking from a perfectly blue sky. It's a total shock. A very strange phenomenon. Now, so Black Cat, here we go. This is your one. A white lie. So, guys, I would like to know, I'm genuinely interested, okay? I'm really, really interested. Who here thinks it's okay to tell a white lie? I said this to one of my students maybe 2 weeks ago, and he said to me, no, never. You should never tell white lies. So I said, look, if your girlfriend was wearing a dress that you don't like, and she asks you, hey, what do you think of my dress? I said, what are you going to say? Are you going to tell her that you really don't like her dress? Or are you going to say, oh, darling, you look beautiful, I love your dress? I mean, come on. Like, I think everybody would tell a white lie. Don't you? So Black Cat says yes. Cole says, as long as it does not hurt anyone. Nice answer. It's okay if I'm doing it. That's one way of looking at it. Out of the blue, I'm learning new idioms while I'm working. Yay! Good job, Joho. Cool. So lie to make someone happy is a good thing. White represents innocence. So it's a lie that you tell to protect people's feelings, but it's not a serious lie, you know? Yeah. Like Santa. Shh. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, Swaz Angel. I believe in Santa. The teacher said, have you done much work? And I said, of course, it was a white lie. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. There's a good example coming up here. For example, Adrian, sometimes, but you can't make that person delusional. Like how 70% of the American girls are. Okay. For example, if you go to your friend's house for dinner and they ask you, hey, did you like the food? And maybe you didn't really like it. But I think every normal person is going to say yes. No? It was great, thank you so much. I think. I'm not going to say, no, it was horrible. I don't feel well now after eating that food. I think you would tell a white lie. No? I don't know. But this is definitely debatable whether you can tell white lies or not. Okay? Next one. So, the meaning. It's a harmless lie told to avoid hurting someone's feelings or causing unnecessary offense. I would say lovely, thank you very much, and put it in trash. Well, you have to eat it in front of them. If they cook it in your house, you know. If they cook it in their house and they present it to you, you need to eat it. Okay, Swaz Angel. Restaurants ask you if you like the food, usually while you have your mouth full. They totally do. Hello, Matfi. But if you convince yourself that it's good, even if it's not a lie anymore. I agree, Matvi. Yeah, some of it is like your own attitude, isn't it? It's your own attitude, yeah. I mean, after the meal. Okay, after the meal, well, okay. Yeah, and next time you can offer to cook at your house. Okay, but sometimes with food, we have to be open to trying new things, right? And if it's a full meal, okay, maybe you don't like one part of the meal, but maybe you enjoyed other parts of the meal. So you can focus on those, right? You can't cook, Swaz Angel. My dream is to be able to cook. Can we get Vicky to one doesn't like stops the screen? You're so sweet, Cole. You're my big cheerleader. Okay, examples. So, I told my grandmother a little white lie and said I loved her jumper. She'd knitted for me, even though I'd never actually wear it. It's very sad, isn't it? The grandmother one is very sad. Okay. Sometimes doctors tell small white lies to very young children to help them feel less frightened before a medical procedure. I think that's okay. Cole is Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Yeah, he is. Yeah, you're awesome. Is it a white lie if I told the whole school if Hollywood was coming to see my Christmas nativity? That's more like a big lie, isn't it? Because I think that's a big lie. The Tooth Fairy. The Tooth Fairy. Yeah. It's because Hollywood. Yeah, because they're not coming, and maybe more people will come because they think Hollywood is coming and they're not. Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, Santa. Okay. So most people agree that saying your haircut looks great is better than brutally honest criticism if the mistake can't be fixed. Yeah. I heard a lot that where are these characters? White lies that people like. Yeah. If it's a comment about somebody's physical appearance, if you can fix it in 5 seconds, then you can say it. if they can't fix it in 5 seconds, then you shouldn't say anything. So if somebody has something in their teeth or in their nose or whatever, you can tell them because you can fix it in 5 seconds. But if you can't fix it in 5 seconds, it's better not to say anything. If someone says nice hair to me, is it a white lie? Oh, Cole, I know, that's the other problem. If someone is always telling white lies, then you never know if it's genuine or not. This is another problem. This is one of the arguments for not telling white lies. So it's quite confusing. Possible origin. White has traditionally symbolized innocence, goodness and purity in many Western cultures. Yeah, like the wedding dress is white, the clothes for the baptism is white. A white lie therefore came to represent a lie that isn't intended to cause harm, but rather to protect someone's feelings. Vicky, my question is, why do people choose to believe white lies like Santa? Why do people... That's a really good question. We can discuss this. If you want to participate in the live after, in the speaking, you can. And we can discuss this. I think that's a really good question. We can have a debate about it. I don't know the answer right now. I'm thinking. It's a really good question. So a white lie is meant to keep things peaceful, not to deceive maliciously. Okay? Next one, golden opportunity. Does anybody know what this means? A golden opportunity. A golden opportunity. So you can imagine, yeah, awesome, Black Cat, a perfect opportunity. Golden opportunity, for example, they asked me to be in the background of a Hollywood film, to be an extra. Awesome. Hello, Arab. Hello. Great chance. Yes. Okay, Dot. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Well done. A little white lie to get something. I think if it's to get something, you're deceiving someone. So that's probably an example of when we shouldn't use a white lie. Do not want to miss. Exactly, Swaz Angel. Hello, Arab. Yeah. So golden opportunity. Victoria has golden opportunity lives. Don't miss. Okay. Thank you so much. You got it? Okay. So, an exceptionally valuable... Sometimes now I'm wondering, Cole, if you are somebody that I know, if you're my friend in disguise or something. Oh, we moved from the white lie. Yeah, we did, Adrian. But it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, we're on to the golden opportunity now. So, it's an exceptionally valuable experience that should not be missed. An exceptionally valuable experience that should not be missed. Tomorrow I have C1. Yeah? Any advice? Do you have the speaking tomorrow also? We can speak about this after, okay? I'm gonna, because if I don't want to, I'm gonna take a picture of your question and we're gonna answer this at the end, okay? Because I can give you some advice on this. Advice, try your best. I'm sure you'll do great. Nice call. But it's a good question. I'll answer that at the end, okay? Victoria, I had a friend who is called Victoria, but pronounced the same. Yeah, I think it's Victoria, maybe sometimes in Poland or Germany, I think. Like for me, it's Victoria, but I know that some people say like Victoria. Polish, yes. Yeah, it's Polish, I think. Yeah, it's similar. Okay, so they're both correct, I think. Example, receiving a scholarship to study at Oxford was a golden opportunity and she knew she might never get another chance like it. Speaking directly with the CEO was a golden opportunity to ask questions that would normally never be answered. Adrian, Victoria in Romania, yeah, same with the V. Gold is like Midas. Everything he touched turned to gold. Even his family. Oh, that was sad. That's a really good one, Cole. Cole, you seem to be very well educated guy. I wonder what you work in. Your knowledge is really incredible. So the economic is this fable. Fortnite Midas. Oh, okay. I've never played Fortnite actually. So, but I know that story about the guy who was turning people into gold. So the economic crisis created a golden opportunity for investors willing to take calculated risks. Possible origin. Gold has represented wealth, rarity, success, and value for thousands of years. Calling an opportunity golden emphasizes that it is especially valuable and potentially life-changing. For example, gold is precious and so are rare opportunities. I think it was a wish that sounded nice at first in his mind, like a blessing, but it turned into a curse. Exactly, Adrian. I think the guy, somebody offered him a wish, and he said, they said, okay, you have one wish. And he said, everything I touch turns to gold. And it was fantastic at the start until he couldn't touch his family because they would turn to gold. Exactly. Silver has more value, I was told. Really? I thought gold was more valuable than silver, no? I'm not sure. I thought gold was very valuable. School used to golden time for me when I had worked well enough. I could go and play outside after. I'm not sure what that means now. What's that? School used to golden time? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, next one is a grey area. Does anybody know what a grey area is? On a busy Friday, it was called golden time. And if you've done enough work, okay, I didn't know. Matvi, you got it. Yeah, good job, Arab. Grey area means not discovered well or documented well. Yeah, very good, more or less. It's an area where we don't have a clear answer. Nowadays with artificial intelligence, there are a lot of grey areas because the technology is developing very, very fast. There are no regulations. So there are many things where we don't know if we can do this or not do this. So it's a grey area. It's not black or white. If something is black or white, it's very clear what's correct and what is not correct. But if it's a grey area, it means that we don't know if this is correct or not correct. Laguna, like a loophole. Kind of like there can be lagunas, like laguna in English, guys, is a loophole. Exactly. Sometimes in grey areas, you can find loopholes. Laguna in Spanish. Sometimes. Thanks, Anna. Vicky, are you Spanish? I'm not Spanish, I'm Irish. So the meaning is a situation that is unclear, uncertain, or not governed by definite rules. Okay? For example, artificial intelligence has created a legal grey area. It's okay. That's okay. You don't have to say sorry. Irish, but had to learn some languages before studying at uni, I think, didn't you? Yeah, I did. You have to, in Ireland, you have to study some languages before you go to uni. Loophole is like outside the box. Loophole is when you find a hole in the law. You have to think outside the box to think of a loophole, maybe, or to find a loophole. Some people don't look for loopholes, but people who think outside of the box maybe look for loopholes. Artificial intelligence has created a legal grey area because technology is developing much faster than the law. Whether teachers should use students' social media posts as evidence is a grey area, especially when the posts were made outside of school. So teachers really shouldn't look at students' social media, but if they do, they can prove that the student is behaving badly or they didn't come to school. Hey Mario, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Happy Friday. This one, working remotely from another country can become a tax grey area if nobody is sure where you are officially employed. If it's in the interest of safeguarding or whistleblowing policies, exactly. So it's a grey area, like How much information can I search for online? So grey sits between black and white. Black and white often represent certainty, clarity, or clear moral opposites. Okay, so for example, murder. Murder is very obvious. You cannot murder someone. You know, it's very black and white. Grey, therefore, becomes the natural colour of situations that are uncertain, ambiguous, or difficult to judge. Okay, difficult to judge. So you can remember, not everything in life is black and white. I mean, this is true. Not everything in life is black and white. Now, next one, I think you're going to know this one. Can we get Vicky 2000 likes? You're so sweet, Cole. Okay, so number 7, black sheep. Anybody know what that is? To be the black sheep of the family. Swaz Angel, I'm starting to wonder. To be different, yeah. Odd one out. Good job, Swaz Angel. Good job, Black Cat. That's it. The problem kid, yeah, Adrian. Someone that is different from others, good job. Ignored by others sometimes, yes, totally. This is the black sheep. The black sheep, to be the weird one, yeah, the weird one or the different one. Just don't have to be weird, but maybe you're different to your family, you know. I know a person who got a tattoo of a black sheep because they felt that they were the black sheep in the family. And then her mother got exactly the same tattoo. So, yeah, she was no longer the only black sheep. The nursery rhyme, yeah, Black Cat. The black sheep may be the person who approaches things differently. The outsider, Xiaohu, yeah. Good job, Arab. Arab is asking, is it positive or negative? It depends how you look at it. It depends. Sometimes it has a negative connotation, but sometimes it's not. If your family is involved in drugs, selling drugs, and you realize that this is not correct and you've refused to participate in drug dealing, you are the black sheep. But this is a good thing in that situation, no? You can call it ironic. Hey, Soter, how's it going? Happy Friday. We use that expression in Spanish too, yeah? La oveja negra. How is it written in Spanish? Okay. If they run a pharmacy, then it's okay. Okay. So, black sheep, a pharmacy, is it? Okay. So, a person who is considered different, embarrassing, disappointing, or less respectable than the rest of their family or group. Thank you, Mario, for putting that there. Do you know what I mean, Vicky? Like they say, they're unique, but got some, so ironic, yes. I mean, look, you can really be a black sheep, or you can want to be a black sheep, you know, because you want to be different or something. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Yeah. So I don't know about that. Because I think it's okay to be different, but to be different simply because you want to be different. You guys are okay. There's a coffee chain called, yeah, there is. Okay, that's cool. So every family, wait a second, I skipped this one. He was always treated as the black sheep of the family because he became an actor instead of joining the family law firm, for example. Hey, Nordic, psychologist, any service may provide. Oh, you're so good. Okay. We're just saying, like, the question was about it being ironic. How is it written in Spanish? About it being ironic to call someone a black sheep. So I don't know, maybe because you're isolating them, or I'm not exactly sure. Adrian, I don't know what about the bad meaning. Is like, are you saying that to call someone a black sheep is a bad meaning? That my sheep is, yeah. I think you're. I understood that one, Adrian. Like, it's, you were thinking like it's a negative connotation, weren't you? Yeah. Um. Hmm. Okay. So I mean, here it says like a person who's considered different. So this doesn't have to be negative. Obviously, embarrassing, disappointing, or less respectable than the rest of the family. Obviously, these ones are, it's unfortunate. No, these are negative meanings. But in this case, it can be a positive one or neutral. But I think if you're, the sad part is if you are considered the black sheep, or you feel you are the black sheep, you feel isolated. No, you feel like you don't belong. So it's a bit sad. Unless you want to be the black sheep, which some people are. A person dumped down family legacy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't now about less respectable and staff. Yeah. The glass child cat. Mario, you always teach me this expression. I think it's really cool idea. That's awesome, Mario. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's good for higher levels. It's good, I think. My students struggle with this, so that's why I wanted to make this material for them. Okay, so he's always treated as the black sheep of the family because he became an actor instead of joining the family law firm. Every family seems to have one black sheep who refuses to follow tradition and does everything their own way. Ironically, the black sheep of the company later became the most successful entrepreneur. So, possible origin, black sheep were traditionally less valuable than white sheep because black wool could not easily be dyed or coloured. They stood out from the flock and were sometimes seen as undesirable. Over time, the image became a metaphor for a person who stands out from a family or group in a negative or embarrassing way. Okay. Awesome. Hey, Nordic. Yeah, I'm in Spain. I'm in Spain. There is a rhyme about the black sheep. Yeah. Okay, memory tip. One sheep looks different from all the others. Now, I think everybody's going to know this one, but I had to include it. What is a red flag? Does anybody know? I think we know it. You said this before, Cole, yeah. Cole says, my ex was a walking red flag. Is what we wave at the bull. Some families have high inflation level and they get two instead of one black sheep. Avoid it, yeah. It's not a green flag. We don't date it. Exactly, Matthew. Yes. You need to be careful from something. Yeah. Okay, exactly. So, yeah. Oh, but it's hard, guys, isn't it? Like, you meet someone and you like them. Fireworks, sorry, yeah, when I do this. You meet someone and you like them and you want it to work, you know? So you do sometimes ignore some red flags. Do it again. This, look. Hello, Anik. Will it work? No, there you go. For you. Hey, Anik. Happy Friday. Yeah, but it's hard because if you are dating and you meet someone and they're like really good and you see some red flags, it's okay, it's fine. I will ignore them. Thumbs down does do something. This is thumbs down, look. It starts raining. Easy. Red flag now makes sense, yeah. Can we tell our friends about the Vicky Fireworks channel, please? Repost. You're so funny. I have a question, but it has nothing to do with the topic. Can I ask? Mario, you can. You can ask. I'll take a note and we can speak about it at the end. for sure. Yeah. Okay. So we got this idea, right? It's a warning that something may be dangerous, suspicious, or problematic. When she has tickets from the rap or sport players, run. Oh yeah? Really? Oh dear. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm gonna remember. When she has tickets for a rap concert, is it? This is a red flag. Next time if I person see a red flag in another person, should I think that the bull is running? Oh no. I don't know. We're gonna mix up now the see red and the red flag. He still texts his ex every day. Oh my god, Cole, that's such a big red flag. So if he's still texting his ex every day, this is a huge red flag. Yes. Think it means she knows them too well, like physically. Oh no, Adrian. Yeah, okay. She knows them too well. If she has free tickets for a rap concert or something, yeah. Okay, red flag. All right. So, example. If someone refuses to answer basic questions about their past, that is usually a major red flag in a relationship. They only message you when the favor benefits them. Yeah, it's a red flag. I think it's probably a really dumb question, but when you should use whether and when if. They're both the same, Mario. Whether and if is the same. Yeah, but you should put whether in the middle of a sentence. Whether is more advanced. So most people learn if and they never practice with whether. Yeah, Swaz Angel, but they're interchangeable. Trevor's backhanded compliments felt like a red flag. Totally agree, Cole. Yeah. The lack of clear financial records was the first red flag, and something was wrong with the company. Yeah, backhanded comments are not good. Yeah, you know, funny when people ask me, Nordic, you're really sweet, thank you. Who is Trevor? I know a taxi driver called Trevor. Okay, yeah. When people ask me, Vicky, what did you study at university? Okay, and I tell them, literally the first question is like, did you finish it? I'm like, oh, because I'm a teacher now. It's yeah, I think, yeah, it's a funny one. Backhanded compliments are not good. So a job advert promising enormous salaries for almost no work should immediately raise red flags. Okay. Are you a teacher as well? Am I a teacher? Yeah. Oh no, Swaz Angel. You're asking somebody else, no? Or you're asking him. Okay. No, bro. That is such a rude insult. It suggests you didn't graduate. Yeah, it does, Swaz Angel, kind of, yeah. Yeah, which is, and people ask me a lot, like, did you finish? And I'm like, why would I say I studied X if I didn't finish? It's funny. It's rude, yeah. It's funny. I don't know. And another girl said to me, did you finish? Yes. Like, oh, that's funny because in my country, that degree is really, really difficult. And she was like, is it the same in your country? And I'm like, okay. Moving on. You know? Yeah, so possible origin, right? The thief was caught red-handed. His clothes matched the detective's fabric sample. Amazing. Hey, you've moved on to the next one. Possible origin of red flag. Red flags have been used for centuries to warn people of danger. You see them on beaches, racetracks, construction sites, military areas, and sports fields. Because red attracts attention and is associated with danger, it became a natural symbol for warning signs. So red means stop and pay attention. It's just a hint that you're really smart. I don't know. I mean, if these people are asking me these questions, it means that they think I'm not very smart, Madfi, you know. So red-handed means caught. Cole, you caught red-handed peeking. Yes, he was, Adrian. Cole was caught red-handed peeking at the next idiom. Caught him in the middle of the act. Exactly, Black Cat. If you catch your ex red-handed, that is a big red flag. Yeah. Well, a job advertisement with high salary with no job to do provokes mixed feelings. Both red and green flags. Yeah. The high salary, green, and no job, red flag, yes. Cole, peaking. I would be seeing red. You would be seeing red. You would be angry. Yeah. Okay, so catch someone red-handed. I think Cole has already left the cat out of the bag with this one. When you catch someone red-handed is you literally see someone with their hands in the cookie jar, okay? You see them committing the crime or doing what they should not be doing. The cat is out of the bag and the bag is in the river. No job is the greenest flag for most people. Having no job is the greenest flag. Hands in the cookie jar. Yes, was Angel. Yeah, that's another one for caught red-handed. Yeah. So with their hand in the cookie jar, it means doing something they shouldn't be doing. Yeah, because you're eating the cookies. Normally, before dinner, for example, you shouldn't be eating cookies, Mario. You know, so if your mom catches you with your hand in the cookie jar, hey, we're having dinner in 30 minutes. You know, you're going to ruin your appetite. So if I want cookies, do I need to do I tell people time to put my hands in the cookie jar? Everyone, I suppose it comes from when you're a kid, right? Is that not good? I like eating cookies. Okay. Teacher, do you speak French as well? Nordic, unfortunately, I don't. But I think French sounds so beautiful. But I don't speak French, unfortunately. But I think it sounds so nice. It really sounds beautiful. And French music is nice also. With the bit of violin and stuff. It's cool. Okay, so meaning to catch someone while they are doing something wrong, especially when there is clear evidence. I was never told that as a child, Vicky. No? Midsummer Murders, exactly. You kind of do have a little French accent. You think so? That's awesome. Maybe in a past life. Don't know if you guys believe in past lives. Maybe in a past life. In Spain, we say con las manos en la masa. Okay. So it's like with your hands in on the dough. Exactly. What language do you speak apart from English and Spanish? I learned German and Irish at school. Yeah. It can be classified as stealing. Yeah. And bro, you know, teacher, we believe the cat has 9 lives. Yes, we do. Like, he tells me earlier, only Spain. Okay. So, for example, my mother caught me red-handed eating the cake she made for the guests. Okay? Because if you eat the cake for the guests and nobody sees you, when they see the cake, they say, hey, who ate the cake? And it wasn't me. But if they catch you literally putting the cake in your mouth, you can't say anything. You are caught red-handed. They saw you in the act, you know? My parents caught me peeking at my new Xbox on Christmas Eve. Yeah, you were caught red-handed. Not good. The shoplifter was caught red-handed with 3 expensive perfumes hidden in her bag. Security cameras caught the students red-handed vandalizing the classroom after school. Yeah, so even if the students say, it wasn't me, it wasn't us, they can say, hey, we have the video. You are caught red-handed. Matvi, do people still speak Irish? Because I thought most people speak English in Ireland. Yeah, you're so sweet. You're so right. There's a really interesting map I can show you, if it will appear here. Look. I don't know if it will come up in my screen. It's so sad. Oh yeah, this is the one I would like to show you. Unfortunately, on my screen, it doesn't appear. No. I can put the link for this in the chat if you would like. DuckDuckGoose, yeah. You guys can check it if you want. Oh no, I can't copy and paste links. I know what I can do. Hang on. I can troubleshoot this. Look, Matvi. So this is the evolution of the language. So England invaded Ireland from this direction, and the English prohibited us from speaking Irish. So slowly, the people who spoke Irish were isolated to the west, and now there are only a few small parts where people still speak native Irish, which is really, really sad. So, but at school, Matvi, we are obligated to learn Irish. Yeah, and there are still Irish schools. So and to go to university, you need to have like more or less a B1 in Irish. If you want to be a teacher or a police, you need to have like B2 level of Irish to go to university. You are the talk of the town. That's such a good expression. Anik, I'm gutted. Didn't get a notification for your live. Oh no. Sorry about that. If you send me a WhatsApp, I can put you in the WhatsApp group. I think I didn't put it in the WhatsApp group though today. Could that be from the red spray paint? Oh yeah, could be. But let's check. They will just say it's an AI video. Sad, colonized, yeah. Colonization, well, it is what it is. The Irish, we suffered a lot. I'd love to learn Irish, should I? Well, if you're living in Ireland, it's worth learning. The WhatsApp group free to join. Yeah, it's free to join. Are you in the WhatsApp group, Cole? The WhatsApp group is free to join. Yeah. Don't worry. My condolences. You're so sweet. Thank you. The origin is from the murders. You're not in the WhatsApp group, Cole. I thought you were in the WhatsApp group, no? When you say Ireland, do you mean main Ireland, not Northern? Yes, I mean the Republic of Ireland. Yeah. Not Northern Ireland. Yeah. Possible origin. So the expression is often linked to old laws and crime. If someone was caught with blood still on their hands after killing an animal or committing a violent crime, they were literally caught red-handed. The red hands were physical evidence that made denial almost impossible. Okay? There's a big difference, was Angel. Yeah, there is. I'm going to keep that question for after. It's a nice question. Yeah, I'll answer that after in more detail. Red-handed, Mario is not limited to murders. Okay, but it comes from that. Awesome. So it's literally like the evidence is still on your hands. We can compare catch someone red-handed versus catch someone in the act. Really similar. Okay? Questions? Yeah, we're putting them in the chat. Next one, paint the town red. Now, Cole has said this like a few weeks ago, I'm sure. Vicky, you can tell. You call me Alvin. Yeah? Okay, awesome. Alvin. Vicky called Cole red-handed. Looking at the example, Cole, I'm at the origin. Celebrate. Yeah. New Year's Eve, time to paint the town red. Yeah. Not a massacre. So I just real. Yeah, like it's normally for a happy thing. It's for a happy thing. Okay. So paint town red, to go out and celebrate wildly, usually by drinking, dancing, or partying. For example, after finishing their final exams, the students went out and painted the town red. When the team won the championship, the whole city was ready to paint the town red. It was her 30th birthday, so her friends decided to take her out and paint the town red. I know, night of festivity. Is this the same? Yeah. Yeah. For the works Christmas party, they were footing the bill at the bar. I was painting the town red. Awesome. Nice. Possible origin. One popular story links the expression to the Marquis of Waterford, an Irish aristocrat who allegedly caused chaos with his friends in the English town of Melton Mowbray in 1837. According to the story, they vandalized the town and painted parts of it red. Whether every detail is true or not, the expression came to mean going out and celebrating in a wild, energetic way. Pork pies, Melton Mowbray pork pies. Looks like I have to stop watching massacre movies. Cool. Dot. When I finish the exam tomorrow, yes, good job, Dot. He said, when I finish the exam tomorrow, I'll paint the town red, literally. Awesome. Really good example. I used to work in Leicester. Melton is in that country. Okay. I had to drop out of college, but every cloud is a silver. Cole. Cole has gone on again to the next one. I had to drop out of college, but every cloud has a silver lining. I got offered a place at university. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Cole has already jumped onto this one. It's like saying after every storm, the sun comes out. Yes, it is, Anik. Good job. Every cloud has a silver lining, right? So yeah, you can imagine this is like look. Because the sun is behind the cloud, right? The sun is behind the cloud. The movie is coming up. When more or less you can see here. So you can see you have the cloud which is dark, but around the outside you can see the sun creating like a bright rim. So it means that something good will happen. I think in Spanish it's like nothing bad happens without bringing something good. Like no hay mal por bien no venga, or like something like this. Everything bad that happens, there's a good reason that it happened. Something like this. You got excited. When one door shuts, another one opens. Awesome, Adrian. Silver lining is like the positive part of something. Yes, Mario. Good job. Wow, I like that one. Good one, bro. Okay. English is really good. You know them all. When one door closes and one open, yeah? No hay mal. Thank you. Que por bien no venga. Awesome. Dot. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So every cloud has a silver lining, meaning every bad or difficult situation contains something positive. For example, losing her job was devastating at first, but it pushed her to start her own business. Every cloud has a silver lining. I really like that example. Our flight was cancelled, but we ended up spending an extra day in Rome and had the best meal of the trip. That was the silver lining. The injury ended his football season, but it gave him time to reconnect with his family and rethink his future. The bad news was Teacher Victoria was going to end the live today, but she will be back tomorrow. Vicky goes off live, but every cloud is silver lining, as we can watch the class on YouTube. Yeah, you can watch the class on YouTube. Awesome. When a glass is half full, you have to look at the positive like the half full, not the half empty. Yeah, you need to look at it like it's half full. Exactly. Adrian, totally agree. So, origin, the expression comes from the visual image of sunlight shining around the edge of a dark cloud, creating a bright silver outline. Even when the cloud looks dark and threatening, there is still light behind it. Okay? So look for the bright light behind the cloud is the thing. Oh, oops. Now, once in a blue moon. What about this one, guys? What's threatening? Amenazante. That's something that makes you feel nervous. Yeah, or worried. Okay? So, Mario, I'm sure you speak Spanish. So, guys, not too often, Anik. Good job, Anik, you got it. The odds are so little, but it could happen. Really, really good. Rarely, really, really good. Yeah, really, really good. So normally the moon is white or grey. Oops. One sec, guys. I need to tell TikTok that, yeah, because every time at 1 hour, it asks to confirm that I am not a bot. Okay, that's done. Thank you. Okay, cool. No problem, Mario. I used to watch English classes once in a blue moon. Now I watch them every day. Yay, it's good. It's cool. Okay. And yeah, so moons are usually grey, but sometimes it's a blue moon. I think sometimes also there's an orange moon. But anyway, we use this expression once in a blue moon. So it means very rarely, almost never, we have a blue moon. Normally the moon is grey or white. I only eat fast food once in a blue moon, usually when I'm traveling and have no other option. Yeah. We used to see each other every week, but now that we live in different countries, we meet once in a blue moon. Sad. My father only admits he's wrong once in a blue moon, so enjoy the moment while it lasts. Once in a very long time, very good Arab. Yeah. There is a beer called Blue Moon. Yeah, there's a beer called Blue Moon. Whoa. Hey, Alex. What's on your mind? I'm thinking about this expression, Blue Moon. Blue also means sad, Naz, for sure. Generally, blue is, so to have the blues is to be like depressed, sad, for sure. Origin. So a blue moon is commonly used to refer to an unusually full moon. So really, really big moon. Especially the second full moon in a calendar month. Because this does not happen often, the phrase became associated with rare events. Memory tip. If blue moons are rare, the event is rare too. Hello, me Matic guy. Happy Friday. I feel blue call. Cheer up call. Brighten up. Yeah? Brighten up or lighten up. It's the weekend. Okay. And now we have this one. To feel blue. Okay? Happy Friday. To feel blue is this one. Okay? We got this. So to feel sad, low, depressed, or emotionally down. Mimatic, I do plan to do grammar. I'm gonna answer that question, Mimatic, at the end, okay? I'm taking a photo of the question and I'm gonna answer it at the end. I just said that one you did call, yeah. Call, like, yeah, I don't know how. Are you, like, you're reading my mind. How many are left? I think I have 20. I think I have 20. What? I prepared maybe a bit too much yesterday for this, eh? That was once in a blue moon. Yeah. Okay. So, to feel sad of that. Example, she had been feeling blue since her best friend moved abroad, even though she tried not to show it. Many people feel a bit blue after returning from holiday and going back to their normal routine. It's true. I always feel blue when the weather is grey for days and I have not seen the sun all week. You're cutting off? Is it just me? Hey, Gio. Find these worksheets. I create the worksheets, Gio. They're my own worksheets. Now it's okay. I had to quit the live. It really went robotic, really. Now it's normal. The live was tripping. Oh my God. Sorry about that. Okay, so blue has been associated with sadness for centuries in English. The connection became even stronger through the blues, a musical style rooted in African American history and often expresses pain, hardship, sadness, and resilience. Memory tip: blue is the colour of sadness in English. It's a glitch for a few seconds, but it's okay now. Awesome, Anik. Okay, what about this one, guys? Show your true... It's lagging again. I don't know why then. That's really annoying. I'm not sure why it would be lagging. That's a pity. Now it's okay? Okay. Be honest. Yeah, good job, Anik. He showed his true colours when he admitted that he was green with envy about my promotion. Well, okay. Are they all about colours? Yes, Mimatic Guy, today is all about colours. Drop your mask. Yeah. But it's often, Adrian is a good one, it's often unintentionally. So someone is trying not to show you something about themselves. So they don't want you to know this. So they try to hide it. And you believe that they don't have this negative characteristic. But then something happens, some situation or whatever, and you see them behaving badly, aggressively, angrily, in a cruel way, and then you see how they really are. But they tried to hide it. Okay, drop your mask. It's unexpected, totally unexpected, yeah. Okay, so it means to reveal your personality, character, or intentions. Now, this is very important. Look, guys, especially after hiding them. So you don't want people to know about your character. You tried to hide it for a period of time, but then, they came out. So he seemed... Mostrar tu verdadera cara. Yeah, Mario. Okay. Mostrar tu verdadera cara, which is like show your true face. Okay, I didn't know that one. He seemed charming at first, but he showed his true colors when he became rude to the waiter. People often show their true colors when they are under pressure or when they think nobody important is watching. The company showed its true colors when it refused to support employees during the crisis. Yeah. Possible origin, the expression comes from ships and flags. In naval history, ships sometimes sailed under false flags to deceive enemies. I loved it, I thought it was so interesting. So before battle, they were expected to raise their true national colours, meaning their real flag. Over time, show your true colours came to mean revealing who you are. Okay, do you get it? It's really cool. Breaking up a little. Who doesn't let us learn English? That's so crazy. Oh, I don't know, guys. Why? I have Fiverr, which should be really good. It's the first time this has happened. Not anymore. Fixed. I don't know. Better now? Yeah, weird. Hey, Christina. We good? Okay. So, yeah, that's really cool about the boats. Okay, what about this one? Give someone the green light. This is kind of connected to red flag. Like, it's like the opposite. To give someone the green light. Any ideas what that one means? To give someone the green light. Oh my God, me medic guy. Vicky gave me the green light to give an example in her class. Hey, Forest Conflict. How's it going? Happy Friday. We let him pass. Yeah. Give someone the go ahead to do something. Good job, Anik. Like, it's to be someone... let someone do something to make the move, to allow him to proceed forward, give permission. Yeah, exactly. See? Yeah. Sorry about the chalk screeching on the blackboard. That's such a horrible sound, isn't it, me, Madikai? Give permission. Yeah, super. So, to give someone permission or approval to begin something. Because if you're driving your car, if you have a green light, you can continue. Okay, let me see. Call your example. Yeah, it is perfect. Vicky gave me the green light to give an example in her class. Awesome. Yeah, you always have the green light. Okay. So, after months of delays, the council finally gave the green light to build the new hospital. If you were in our shoes, you would get it. Yeah, I would get the green light. Oh, I would get the sound, is it? I would hear the sound. On mine, it doesn't, I can't hear it, but I don't know what's causing it. It's so frustrating. I'm sorry about that. Cars and motor vehicles might be given a red light, but can go at green light. Open on my phone. Yeah, I don't know if I can log into my own live. Okay, so my manager gave me the green light to hire 2 more people for the team. Once the bank gave them the green light, they signed the contract and bought the apartment. Possible origin, the expression comes from traffic lights. A green light tells drivers and pedestrians that they can move forward safely. This idea became a metaphor for giving permission to start a project, plan, or action. Okay, memory tip, green means go. Okay, questions. So we have 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5 more. Golden rule, right? This means it's a very important rule or principle that should always be followed. So it's like a number one rule. For example, the golden rule of customer service is to treat people with respect, even when they are angry. It's like this one, no? The customer is always right. Isn't that it? The golden rule was employees had to have a mandatory 20-minute break for every 2 hours of work done. Awesome. The golden rule for carbonara is no heavy cream. Yeah? My goodness. Are you, Marika, are you Italian? It might be more longer than that or less. Just an example. That's really good. Do you have expressions for the use of English? Rephrasing? C1. I'm going to answer that question at the end, okay, Dot? I'm going to answer that question at the end. Okay. My grandmother's golden rule was simple. Never say anything behind someone's back that you would not say to their face. I love this one. I really, really love that one. Rephrasing. Yeah. Here we go again. Live cutting. I'm wondering if I should call it a night, because it's very frustrating for you guys if it's cutting. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with the internet. I guess I could try, but I don't know, because it should work. I have we can bear with it. You can bear with it. That's super annoying. I mean, yeah, because my internet is, I think my internet is pretty good. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's where I am or TikTok or I don't know. So, well, it's going to be on YouTube. So I think on the YouTube, if you guys want to review it, it's patience training. It's okay, just giving you advice. Yeah, awesome. Okay. So one golden rule for learning English is to practice a little every day rather than study for 5 hours once a month. Yeah, it's true. Possible origin, the idea of a golden rule exists in many religions and philosophies. It often refers to treating others as you would like to be treated. Gold has long represented value, importance, and moral worth. So a golden rule is one of the most precious rules to live by. Okay? So gold is precious, and so is the rule. Remember, guys, go to YouTube. Yeah, you can check this all on YouTube, okay? Hey, Lolly. Cole, you're the best. I'm going to have to start paying Cole, eh? Lolly, yeah. Treated. Lolly, what's your question there now, dear? About the treated? I'm not sure what your question is. If you write another question, Lolly, I'll happily answer it. I'm just not sure what you mean by treated there. Okay. So the next one is rose tinted glasses. In Spanish? In Spanish, treated? Tratado? I've got a notification now on WhatsApp. I think that's one of you guys. I'll add you on WhatsApp when I finish this, okay? Cole, you're very nice. You're very nice. Okay. Number 17. What in God's green earth is even that? What on God's green earth is that? Yeah. So, glasses, like for example, so I have my computer glasses here, okay? There you go. You can see my computer glasses. So, these are clear, so there's no color. But rose tinted is if I put a pink color here, and then when I wear these glasses, it's like everything I see is perfect. Tinted, Anik, is it not like seeing everything? It's just red glass. Well, pink glass, okay? So it makes everything look fantastic. Normally, they say when you're in love, you see the world through rose-tinted glasses. So you see everything. Maybe you go to a restaurant and the restaurant is not the best, but when you are wearing your rose-tinted glasses, the restaurant seems fantastic. So this is looking at something through rose-tinted glasses. Is that the breakfast at Tiffany's quote? I'm looking at the world through rose-colored glasses. That's it. Yeah. I thought it was a metaphor. Transparent. They're transparent, but with a color. Riley, yeah. If your car windows are tinted, you can see out, but others cannot see inside. Subpar restaurant. Yeah, I heard looking through pink glasses, but not tinted. Yeah, rose tinted is pink glasses. We don't say pink glasses, we say rose tinted, because rose is expensive, it's romantic, beautiful. So rose tinted is a specific color of pink that makes everything look fantastic. When people are transparent, they are honest, they are cool. Why do they overcomplicate it? Rose tinted instead of saying pink. Is it me, Marikai? I don't know. So a way of seeing things as better, nicer, or more positive than they really are. Okay, more positive than they really are. Loli, hola, ¿me explicas cómo va esto? No entiendo. Yes, this. Can anybody put this in Spanish? Mario, if you're there, or anybody who speaks Spanish, can you put it? Riley, translucent. I mean, the glasses are translucent, but you see everything in a special light. So, is this like English, Spanish? No, it shouldn't be mi marikai, but if somebody speaks Spanish and they ask me, because I can speak Spanish, sometimes it's easier to say the translation in Spanish for them. But my intention is not, because I have students from, not only from Spain, from everywhere. Hello, Yusa. For example, many people look back on childhood through rose-tinted glasses and forget how powerless they sometimes felt. Vicky in Spanish, thanks. El mundo de color de rosa. Kind of. I mean, honestly, for hello, Yusuf, that's okay. If anybody in Spanish can translate this idiom, please do, because actually I don't know it. Or if there one, for sure something exists in Spanish, but I don't know what it is, honestly. If anybody knows this one in Spanish, please do put it in the chat. I've heard my grandmother say that, yeah? Okay, yeah, in English it's common anyway. So he talks about his old job through rose-tinted glasses, even though he complained about it constantly when he worked there. I think that's a good example, guys, to analyze this one. You cannot, okay. No, I don't translate them, Lolly, because this level is C1. So there's no translation. And also people here are not only from Spain. Okay, and it's a very advanced level. So I'm not translating them. Hi, Key. Sorry, Loli. I know. Yeah, I considered creating a TikTok channel for lower levels, but most of my students are advanced speakers. So the material is for advanced speakers. Hi, Key. Is anyone using nowadays? In Polish, we have this. Yeah, Nadia? Okay. Thank you, Nadia. That's awesome. And can you translate the idiom, Nadia, in English? It's like literally exactly rose-colored glasses, or do you say like pink glasses, or what? Sorry, Loli. Yeah. Okay. So rose-tinted lenses literally make the world look warmer, softer, and more attractive. The expression developed as a metaphor for seeing reality in an overly positive or unrealistic way. okay? Pink lenses make everything look prettier than they really are. So this is the point. There's also another one for you guys who are language freaks like me. Graduation glasses. So when we graduate and we look back, everything seems fantastic. But really, at that moment, it wasn't so fantastic or wasn't so easy. Okay, born with a silver spoon in your mouth. This means you're born to be gluttonous, someone who eats a lot. It's actually not connected to eating. That would make more sense. I haven't heard this one, but I would say you were born posh. Anik, you got it. Anik got it, guys. Yes. To be born rich or in a rich or privileged family, well off. Good job, Anik. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. That's it. So he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and never had to worry about rent, university fees, or finding a job. Good point, mematic guy. Why wouldn't they say golden spoon? Yeah, it's a good point. I'm not sure. Nepo baby, yeah. You wanted the same, Anik? Yeah, I don't know. It's a really good question. It's a really good question. She built her company from nothing and was not born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Maybe because silver, it begins with S. Silver and spoon begin with S. I don't know. Yeah, so people who were born with a silver spoon in their mouth often underestimate how difficult ordinary life can be. Yes. Silver cutlery was traditionally associated with wealth and status. Yeah, because I guess the spoons were made from silver in the past, right? A baby born into a rich family might literally be fed with a silver spoon. The expression became a way to describe someone born into privilege rather than someone who earned everything themselves. Memory tip, a silver spoon represents privilege from birth. Second last one, blacklist. Have you seen that one before, guys? So, it's a list, and if it's a, yeah, good job, Anik, exactly. You're on the list that is bad, okay? To blacklist someone, to you're maybe you were caught stealing or shoplifting, and you're not allowed into this place. So to put someone or something on a list of people, companies, or organizations that are banned, rejected, or no longer trusted. How do you pronounce? It's gluttonous. Glutinous. You're thinking with gluten. Glutinous and gluttonous. It's something that contains gluten, or a person who is a glutton. Glutinous and gluttonous. Okay? Examples, the airline blacklisted the passenger after he became aggressive with cabin crew. Okay? That's a really good example. And it can happen with Ryanair if you're drunk or something. Several companies were blacklisted after repeatedly breaking environmental regulations. During the McCarthy era in the United States, many actors and writers were blacklisted because of their suspected political beliefs. Possible origin, the term blacklist has been used for centuries to describe a list of people considered dangerous, disloyal, guilty, or undesirable. The colour black has often been associated with disgrace, secrecy, or exclusion, which helped the term become established. All right, a blacklist is a list you do not want to be on. Last one. We're on the last one, guys, okay? Good job. We worked really hard today and yesterday. Maybe I was overly ambitious, but we're on the last one. Number 20, to blacken someone's name. So it's very similar to kind of black, yeah. So it means that this person didn't do something bad necessarily, but you start saying bad things about them in society, and other people think badly of them because of your comments. So to damage someone's reputation by making other people think badly of them. The false accusations blackened his name, even though he was later found innocent. It reminds me of Johnny Depp. Do you know Johnny Depp? What happened with his ex-wife Amber Heard a few years ago? So she accused him of domestic violence. You know me, Marika? Yeah, but in the end, he was found innocent. Yes, with Amber. So I don't know. But she definitely, well, yeah, she tried to blacken his name anyway. The truth, I don't know. So political campaigns sometimes focus more on blackening their opponent's name, yeah, than explaining their own policies. Totally true. It's easy to blacken someone's name. It is, Anik. I don't do drama, but I know him as a pirate. Me too. It's lagging a lot. Oof. We have bad luck today with this, don't we? This has never happened before, right? I don't know. I don't know why it's being like that. Maybe it will pass. So one scandal can blacken someone's name for years, even if the truth is more complicated. Possible origin: in English, black has often been associated with disgrace, dishonor, or moral darkness. A person's name represents their reputation. So to blacken someone's name means to stain or damage that reputation. Okay? So a clean name becomes stained. Now it's fine. It's only lagging when you read the text. It's so annoying. What does mean brush up on? Brush up on means to revise. To when you have a skill but you don't practice for a while, and then you start practicing it to review what you already know, you're brushing up on this skill. That's fine again? Okay, cool. Only lagging when I read the text. That's so annoying. Okay, guys, on to the quiz. 15 questions, okay? We'll go fast because you've been really dedicated today. That's fine. Okay. So, first question. After standing in the heat for almost an hour, the tourist suddenly and had to be taken to hospital. Is it A, blacked out, B, brightened up, C, toned down, or D, painted over? Hey, Sunzi, how's it going? You were very quiet there. You guys are awesome. Dot, Arab, Sunzi, Anik, me, Marika, you got it blacked out. Well done. Question 2. After receiving hundreds of complaints, the comedian agreed to some of the jokes before the next performance. Is it A, blackout, B, tone down, C, colour in, or D, paint over? Let's see. Me, Marikai, you can check our YouTube video from yesterday. We did it yesterday. Hello, Luis. Good job, guys. It was B, tone down. Well done, Sunzi. Me, Marika, you got it. Dot, Arab, Anik, Luis. Hello, Luis. Yeah, tone down. He agreed to tone down. So it's like to decrease the aggressiveness of his jokes is to tone down. Number 3, everyone thought James would never amount to anything, but he became one of the country's leading surgeons. He had once been considered the family's red flag, golden opportunity, black sheep, or white lie. I'm so proud of you guys. Good job. No sound detected. Well done. Yeah. Me, Marikai, Arab, Anik, Dot, Sunzi, superstars. Well done. Black sheep. Okay. Good job. Hi, Al Chapman. Nice to see you. Good job, guys. 4. The celebrity tried to a smile during the interview, but it was obvious she was upset. Yeah, it was C. It was C. Black sheep. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's so nice when so many people get the correct answer. Awesome. Yeah, brilliant, guys. Good job. Paint on is the answer. Yeah, when they're too serious and you want them to be less serious. Exactly. Dot, Anik, Arab, Al Chapman, Sunzi. You got it. It was D. Okay. Tried to paint a smile. Tried to paint on a smile. Number 5, my grandfather always says the in life is to treat other people the way you would like to be treated. A, silver lining, B, golden opportunity, C, golden rule, or D, red flag. A, silver lining, B, golden opportunity, C, golden rule, or D, red flag. Brilliant, guys. Awesome. Mimatic Guyanic. Al Chapman, Kay, Sunzi, Daisy, hi Daisy, Guerrera, hi Guerrera, Anik, Dot, Arab, Anik, Juan Rincon, hello Juan, Al Chapman, yeah. Not bad for a native. Hey, Al Chapman, you're a native speaker. See, good job, guys. Well done. It's the golden rule. Brilliant. Well done. Question 6. The police caught the teenagers while they were spraying graffiti on the side of the train. A, red-handed, B, black sheep, C, blue, or D, green. So A, red-handed, B, black sheep, C, blue, or D, green. Es broma, mi idioma es español. Okay, Al Chapman, okay. For a sec I'll go with Al Chapman. Okay. It was good, not bad for a native speaker. It's good. Sunzi, good job. Mimatic guy, Anik, K, Arab, Guerrera, Warrior, Dot, Daisy. You guys are superstars. It was A, red-handed. Brilliant. Question 7. When my brother won 100,000 euros on the lottery, I have to admit I was a little A, black and white, B, out of the blue, C, green with envy, or D, blue. A, black and white, B, out of the blue, C, green with envy, or D, blue. Lot of correct answers, guys. Well done. Yeah, it was green with envy. Good job, Sunzi, Mimarikai, Arab, Adrian, Guerrera, Dot, Daisy, good job. Green with envy. Well done, green with envy. Such a good sister. Yeah. Okay, question 8. The manager finally gave us the to begin construction after 6 months of planning. A, silver lining, B, green light, C, black eye, or D, red flag. So A, silver lining, B, green light, C, black eye, or D, red flag. Amazing. Me, Marikai, Dot, Anik, Adrian, Sunzi, Daisy, Guerrera, Arab, Juan, user 19. Awesome, guys. You're fantastic. Exactly. Green lights. Well done. Okay. Question 9. When Tom refused to let his girlfriend spend time with her friends, everyone agreed that it was a major white lie, golden opportunity, red flag, or grey area. A, white lie, B, golden opportunity, C, red flag, or D, grey area. Awesome. Adrian, Sunzi, Dot, Alien, good job. Arab, Daisy, Anik, Guerrera, user 19, super duper. Good job, Dot. No, yeah, awesome, red flag. And I like the emoji, super cool. Okay, 10. Although he seemed friendly when we first met, he eventually showed his by lying to everyone in the team. A, shades, B, colors, C, paints, or D, lights. A, shades, B, colors, C, paints, or D, lights? So A, shades, B, colors, C, paints, or D, lights? Awesome, guys. It was B, show his true colors. Adrian, Sunzi, Dot, Mematic Guy, Anik, Daisy, Arab, well done. Good job. Okay. Number 11. The politician claimed that the economy had never been stronger, despite rising unemployment and record inflation. He was clearly the situation. A, blackening. B, painting over. C, painting a rosy picture of. Or D, colouring in. I think this is a hard one. Is it? So he's trying to make the situation look good, but it's not good. The situation is not good. So he's trying to make the other people, he's trying to put glasses on and make the situation look better than it really is, but it's not good. Good job, me, Malika. Exactly. That's the thing. Yeah. So the answer is C, painting a rosy picture. Sunzi, Anik, Arab, Guerrera. Good job, Arab. Well done. C, painting a rosy picture. Okay, question 12. Most of the information in the intelligence documents had been before they were released to the public. A, brightened up. B, painted on. D, coloured in, C, coloured in, or D, blacked out. We saw this yesterday. In Spanish, it was like censurado, censored, wasn't it? So A, brightened up, B, painted on, C, coloured in, or D, blacked out. Sunzi, you got it. D. It was D. Blacked out. Anik got it. Guerrera got it. Yeah, it was D. It was blacked out. Blacked out means that they coloured the information in black so that you couldn't read it in the documents. Question 13. After losing her job, let's put this down here. After losing her job, losing her job was one of the most stressful experiences of Sarah's life, but it eventually gave her the confidence to start her own business. Looking back, she says, every cloud has a silver edge, side, lining, or border. So edge, side, lining, or border. Edge, side, lining, or border. Okay, awesome. Guys, it was C, lining. Yeah. Adrian, Anik, Dot, Sunzi, Arab. Mattia, is it correct? Mattia? Yeah, well done. You got it. C. Super. Hey, Derek. Derek, how's it going? Happy Friday. Okay, question 4. My uncle only visits us once in a blue because he lives in New Zealand. A, sky. B, moon. C, planet. Or D, star. My uncle only visits us once in a blue because he lives in New Zealand. A, sky. B, moon. C, planet. Or D, star. Awesome. Too hot, Derek? Is it too hot? What temperature is it there? Sunzi, you got it. Dot, you got it. Me, Marika, you got it. Anik, good job. Arab, Mattia, Derek, you got it. Good job, Adrian. Brilliant. In a blue moon. Yeah, in a blue moon. Well done. In a blue moon. Awesome. Last question. Question 15. Okay, question 15. So, the report raised several serious about the safety of the new AI system. A, golden opportunities. B, white lies. C, grey areas. Or D, red flags. The report raised several serious about the safety of new AI systems. The report raised several serious about the safety of the new AI system. Hey, this is a hard one, isn't it? So the report raised, because this is a really hard one. The report raised several serious issues. Let's see. Yeah, it was actually red flags. Grayer sounds good to me. Yeah. Serious issues, exactly. So serious issues, red flags. Right? D. Anik got it, Derek got it, Guerrera got it, Arab got it. Good job. Well done. D. Red flags. I guess you could probably get away with grey areas as well. Now that I'm looking at it, probably you could say raised a grey area. Serious, I think when we say serious, you would think red flag if it's serious. So you say, yeah, serious issue, Sunzi. Exactly, red flags. Okay, well done. Good job, guys. So we've got now speaking. If anybody would like to practice their speaking, we have a little opportunity. Yesterday it was Alessio. He did such a good job. The questions are these ones. So have you ever been green with envy? What happened? Again, life is lagging. Oh, I'm gonna hope that it's gonna come back. I still don't know. Anik, it's down here somewhere next to the send a message button. Apparently, it's down there. Everybody mentioned. It's down next to the send them where you type in the comments. The call button is in that area also. You don't have it. I should get a photo of what this looks like. Can anybody explain it better than me? Where it is, the button. Everybody has trouble finding that button. How do you make a call during a live on TikTok? Hey, somebody's calling. I don't know who this person is though. Okay, we'll say fingers crossed, guys. I hope it's okay. I don't know if I didn't get it on time or if they didn't. Is it request? Maybe request. Yeah, maybe it's request, Anik. Maybe you can try the request button. To make a call while running live TikTok, you can either invite the guest. Okay, I can invite to co-host. Never been envy happy. Okay. Tap. Okay. Maybe it's request. You did? Try again, Anik, because something was moving here and I tried, maybe I was too slow. Ask it again, waiting for me to accept. Okay, it's not appearing on the screen at the moment. No. Hang on. Okay. We're connecting.
Are we connected though?
Yay! Hello!
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Hi! Where are you connecting from? Yeah.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Northern Ireland. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been living there?
Oh gosh, at the beginning on and off, but I moved here for good, I believe, in 2008.
Okay. So I was like, oh, that's okay, quite a long time, similar to me in Spain.
Yeah, it's been
That's
a
it.
while. It's been a while.
Okay. So it feels like it's your home now, no? It feels like
It's
home.
definitely a home.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. So if you'd like, we can try the questions. I wrote an example answer, right? It was, have you ever been green with envy? So I wrote, I was green with envy when one of my friends won an all expenses trip to the Maldives. I was genuinely happy for her, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little jealous. So, can you think of any time when you were green with envy?
Green and envy. I must admit that this is the first time I actually heard that saying.
That's
I
okay.
never heard it before, and I never used one before, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say plenty of times.
Yeah.
My dad went to Barcelona on his school trip, and he took one of his parents, and he took his dad instead of me. So I was happy for them, but also, you know,
Yes, I was a little green with envy. No?
green and yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a really good example. It's really original and it's a true story.
Yes,
Yes, yeah, that's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah.
It's a really good one. Okay. The next one was, what usually makes you see red? So seeing red was like the bull, when you feel super angry, like really fast. So I can show you an example. I said, people who are rude to waiters or customer service staff make me see red. I think everyone deserves to be treated with respect, regardless of their job, for example. Yeah, for me as a teacher, it makes me see red when I see bullying in the school. When I see students being cruel to other
Yeah.
students, it really, really makes
Yeah.
me see red. And another instance when I see red is when women's rights, honestly, when women and girls in certain countries are not treated with respect and dignity. Like in some countries,
That's deep and
yeah.
happens a lot now, yes.
Yeah. When some little girls can't go to school, this makes me see red. Or they need to get married when they're very young or something like this, really, really makes me see red.
There's a lot of things that I would say make me red, yeah. When you mentioned school, say for the last couple of days because of the heat
Okay.
that we get in UK, some of the schools suspended students for wearing their PE kits. And it did boil my blood because at the end of the day, it's a high risk of getting a heat stroke, never mind, for them to suffer wearing a heavy uniforms. So yeah, that was definitely made me feel red.
Made me see red.
Oh, see red, okay.
Yeah, good job, see red. And I love how you said, made my blood boil. That was awesome.
All right, okay.
Really, really nice. I hope the other guys listening
Thanks.
got this one. Yeah, it's the same as seeing red is it made my blood boil. See red or make my blood boil, it's like the same, they're synonyms. Really, really good.
Right, well, my Irish friends would say it make my piss boil instead of a blood, but
Made my what boil?
my piss boil,
What's that?
literally like urine.
Yeah?
They say that, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
one. Okay, I didn't know that
Yeah.
one. Okay. But I do say made
There
my
you
blood
go.
boil, eh? Okay. So the next one is, can you think of something important in your life that happened completely out of the blue? So I had an example was a few years ago, I received a job offer out of the blue for a company I hadn't even applied to. One of my former colleagues had recommended me without telling me.
You really glitched there. Can you
Oh, yeah?
repeat just what's the question?
Oh, yeah. It's do you remember the expression out of the blue? Do you remember that one?
Yes.
Yeah?
Like by surprise. Yeah.
Totally, yeah, totally. Like falls out of the sky. You really don't expect it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of something in your life that happened out of the blue?
Well, we moving here
Yeah.
was totally out of blue. Yeah, because I came here to visit my brother on holiday over the summer.
Okay.
Went back because I obviously was only 18 then, I think. I had to finish high school, but I got that opportunity to come here and stay. So I did. It was literally from one day to the next. I booked a flight on Friday and I was here on Saturday, and that was me.
Wow. Yeah. I love how you said from one day to the next. Awesome.
Oh, right, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, really, really nice. You have really, really good English. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay. The next one was, yes, about white lies. Do you remember white lies?
Yes, I do, and I use them. I use them a lot.
Yeah. Could you give us some examples?
Oh my, the seriousness of it. Okay, this is gonna be quite personal, but
Okay.
I went through quite a rough patch with my partner,
Oh, yeah.
and so we parted for a while. But because the kids were so little, I didn't really want to tell them that we split or that this is it, just in case it wasn't. Obviously, I didn't want it to be, but at that point, I did say that is going to work away a lot. And it worked really, really well for us as well, because he works night shift. So he was here in the morning when they were getting up, and he was here when they were going to bed. So they didn't really feel any different.
Yeah.
It was like he was home, but he wasn't, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a big white lie.
Yeah, I think that is a fantastic example. Really, really good example. And I think it's justified also. I think that was a good call. Yeah. Okay. And the next one then is golden opportunity. I remember when I traveled once to Australia, and I had an opportunity to visit Fiji while I was there. And because I had already spent so much money on that trip to Australia, I decided not to spend the extra 500 or 600 euros going to Fiji. But it was a mistake, because I don't know if I will ever.
Gonna say, go back again.
I don't know if I'll ever go back again. So I feel I missed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a golden opportunity there. You know.
It's definitely on my wish list. I would love to go to Australia.
Yeah. And
Oh
what
my
about
goodness,
you?
maybe when I retire.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of people from Ireland go there. My brother spent a few years working there. You know, so he really liked it. He liked it a lot.
Yeah, people keep saying about the spiders and all different stuff, but I follow a guy from Australia, and he says it's not really that bad. Like, they paint it. It's not. So
I guess you get, like, it's the same living in Spain for me. It's a lot hotter than living in Ireland, but you adapt and you learn how to deal with it.
But don't you think the heat is different? 30 degrees in Spain is just nice. 30 degrees in UK is like 50. The humanity, it's just wild.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it could be, and also in Ireland, like, we don't have air conditioning, whereas in Spain you do.
That's also,
we're probably not so prepared, you know.
Not prepared, no.
And what about a golden opportunity? Have you ever missed one?
I believe so, but again, it was a bad timing, I guess, because I just had my first child. I did have an opportunity to go and study in London, and yeah, I couldn't. I mean, maybe I could, but that would have meant leaving my baby with the dad or whoever else, and I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, and whoever else, really, really good. And your accent is amazing as well. You have like a Northern Ireland accent. It's awesome.
You think?
Yeah,
Really?
I do. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, I love it because all my colleagues and everybody was like, I love your accent. And I'm like, I don't want to have accent.
No, you have a Northern Ireland accent. It's like from your
Oh,
local.
really?
Yeah.
See, my kids have Belfast accent.
Yeah, okay. You have a bit, yeah, you have a twang. You have a Belfast twang. So it's cool. It's cool.
Thank you.
Okay. The next one is, right, it's about grey areas. So I wrote as an example that I think artificial intelligence is a big grey area. My example was, right, I think using artificial intelligence to complete homework is a grey area. If you use it to understand a difficult topic, I think it's okay. But if you use it to copy and paste your homework, I think that's crossing a line. So, what do you think is a grey area in modern society?
I mean, social media in general, I think, like my daughter even, they don't meet up, they don't play outside. Everything's happening through the screens. Yeah, the laziness, the books even. I caught my son as well doing that. He had to write some story about the book that they were. I actually believe it was Romeo and Juliet. And what he done, he just type it in one of those, like you said, the GPL whatever app, and a whole blooming thing came up. So he just copied and pasted. But I said, if the teacher asks you anything about it, you won't have a clue. What is the why? I said, but it's a homework. She's not gonna ask. She's gonna create it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. It's a huge grey area now going forward. You know, huge grey area. So we'll see. Okay. The next
Socializing in general, I would say contact, yes. And also the topic that we've mentioned about bullying and stuff. Everything is easy to say or type in than actually confront someone and say those things through your face.
100%. I totally agree.
So
yeah, and multiplied by 1,000 if they don't know they don't know your real name. And also it can happen at any time of the day or night. In the past, bullying only happened at school, but now bullying can happen 24 hours a day with social media.
Yes, yeah, it's dangerous. It's toxic and dangerous, yeah.
For sure. What about then being caught red-handed? So I put a silly example. I put, when I was a child, my mother caught me red-handed eating chocolate just before dinner. I tried to deny it, but I still had chocolate all over my face. For example. Yeah.
Oh, I do have an example.
Yeah?
I was only about 14, 15-ish. Well, I hope my son doesn't listen. My mom did ask me a few times, Anna, do you smoke? And I'm like, no. So she did. She caught me smoking with my friends in like a shed.
Oh my God.
So when she came in, she just said, at least smoke outside. I don't want you to burn my shed down. I was like, oh my God.
Well, fair play. That was a calm response for a mom.
Oh, I got punished afterwards, but in front of my friends, that's what she said. Please step out, smoke outside. I don't want you to burn my shed out.
Okay, well, at least she didn't embarrass you in front of your friends.
It was embarrassing enough, you know.
Yes. Oh no. Yeah, that's a really good one. You were caught red-handed. Yeah, for sure. Okay. The next one then is, have you ever looked at the past through rose-tinted glasses? Yeah. I had a job in 2011, I think, and I I thought it, when I finished years later, I remembered this job and I said, oh, it was so amazing, it was fantastic. And my friend who had worked in the same place at the same time, she remembered all of the problems that happened there, and she said, Vicky, you're looking at that experience through rose tinted glasses. Like, that's not really what happened, you know. We were all very stressed, working a lot.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually as good as you remember.
But you still remember it good, like.
I do, honestly. I do. So that was her
Okay.
opinion anyway. She thought that I was
Right.
seeing it as it had been more positive than it really was.
But then it could be more positive for you than it was for her. Not necessarily it was the same experience for both of you, if you know what I mean.
For sure. Yeah. Another friend of mine told me, she said, Vicky, when you like someone, you can't see any of their flaws.
That was my downfall as well. For a long, long time. You always saw the good in them. You didn't see yeah.
So this can happen. You can see a person through rose tinted glasses, and maybe then you don't see the red flags.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I think it
100%.
happens to a lot of people. For me, for sure. Yeah.
Same.
Okay. And the next one then is about showing your true colors. Showing your true colors. Yeah. I have a person I knew who's generally super, super calm. Super, super calm. But then I saw maybe on 3 or 4 occasions, suddenly this person became extremely angry. Extremely angry. And it was like a huge shock for me because I didn't realize that this person could be like that. So when he was really stressed, when he became really stressed, he showed me his true colors. You know? I don't know, have you ever had an experience like that?
I'm sure many times.
Yeah.
Probably maybe not as serious as or less expected, but yeah. Well, I'm not sure I would class it as my manager forced staff to sign some paperwork, for example, when they were on duty.
Yeah.
But that only happened just before the a pretty serious inspection. They just walked in, so she was running like a headless chicken, and she was like, "Sign this," and she was, the employee was like, "I can't sign that. I was on that day. Just sign it." So in the heat of the
moment,
the tension, the pressure, yeah.
That's a really good example. It's a really good example, Annick. Yeah. So your manager normally is respectful, kind, but
play by the book.
Play by the book. But then when she knew there was an inspector coming, she started forcing people.
They just walked in. It was walkabout.
Yeah, exactly. So she showed her true colors. Exactly. It's a perfect example.
Okay.
And I like how you used as well, she was running around like a headless chicken. You use that really well too.
Yeah, they say that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, we did it in a TikTok video maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's a really good one, really common. Okay. So the last question then, Annick, is what is a golden rule that you try to live by? I love this question. I can give you an example. For me, when I started teaching, my teacher, her name was Pat. She was a wonderful person. And when we graduated, I went to Pat and I asked her, Pat, can you give me any advice about teaching before I start? And she said, Vicky, maybe you will never help anybody, but try not to damage anyone. And I was much younger. I didn't understand what she was talking about. Oh my God. But I remembered what she said, and now I understand. It's that When you're a teacher, you can really damage people if you are sarcastic, if you don't believe in them, if you don't treat your students with respect, if you laugh at them, if you make them feel insecure, you can really, really damage people. So she said, maybe you're not a good teacher, maybe you don't teach anybody anything. That's okay, it's fine, do your best, but don't hurt people. And I try to live by that, to be honest. And I think for me, it's a golden rule of teaching.
Well, I think you're doing amazing because you brought my attention. The amount of teachers that I tried the lives, and yeah, you could definitely feel it. And I know where your teacher was coming from, because as for us students, very easily losing confidence. So yeah, that was definitely a golden advice, golden rule.
Yeah. And what about for you in life? Do you have any golden rules for yourself?
Like growing up, even when I look at it now, my mom's no longer with us, but she always said, always treat people the way you wanted to be treated. Our door were always open. My house was always full of my friends, neighbors, anybody. How she coped and dealt with that every day is beyond me. I don't think I could ever do it, but she always did. She always treated every single person with love and respect.
That's awesome. That's so cool. That's like a very Irish house as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Irish, the door is always open.
Yeah, I don't feel that now. I mean, I'm in Northern Ireland, obviously, but I don't feel it now.
I suppose, Anik, the sad thing about it is the last 20 years, I suppose society has changed a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's changed 100%.
a lot. I've heard, just talking about Irish language, because I do have a few friends that still do speak Irish, or even the names are bizarre, the way they spell them and the way they actually pronounce them. It blows my mind, but I think it's something beautiful that should be passed on and treasured, and it's disappearing.
I have a book here. It's for the C1 course, and it says that languages are like biodiversity. So even the small languages, it's like when we eat, like our diet during the day, we should have like some fruit, some vegetables, some meat or eggs, some cheese or yogurt.
Portion of everything, yeah.
Yeah, we need variety. It would be It would be very unhealthy for us, for example, to only eat cereal or only eat rice or only eat, I don't know, chicken. And they say it's the same with languages, that we need this variety, because you can say some things in some languages that you can't express in other languages. And the conclusion of this article was that all of us should learn as many languages as we can to try to keep them alive.
That's a beautiful example. Yeah,
it resonated with me a lot as well, so I would like to try. My next one, I want
but
to...
but it's a government allow different... I'm stuck now.
It's okay, give yourself a second.
Nationalities, limits your own culture for other cultures. Like when I came here, I came with the respect to the country's traditions, religious, everything. I took it on. I was actually fascinated by it.
Okay.
And what's happening now, it's opposite way around. Like we're getting fined for English or flags, but other nations are all right to put their flags up, if you know what I'm saying.
Totally understand,
it's just wrong.
Yeah. This is a really, really important topic at the moment. Really, really important. Especially
Yeah.
respect. I mentioned to you about women's rights.
Yes.
So like when I was a kid, but lucky, I grew up in Cork, in the south of Ireland,
Oh,
and
really? I got my Lexi from Cork.
yeah,
My dog, my British bulldog. We traveled to Cork to get our bulldog. Yeah.
okay. So I'm from Cork, um,
Beautiful.
yeah, and it's a really nice place, yeah. And my parents for sure were very protective when I was younger, like, but I mean, there was no huge danger with me being on the street or walking on the street or whatever. But nowadays, this has changed a lot for women and for young girls. Um, so for me, that's really, really sad. It's really sad. And I don't know the answer going forward. Definitely the integration processes need a lot of help. People need a lot of education about what it means when you decide to move to another country. Because at the end of the day,
Yes.
like you said, you're choosing to move to that country. So I think the obligation is on that person if you move there to adapt, and not
To adapt, but not even that. Not criticize.
yeah.
Don't make people, change for you.
I mean, it's a multifaceted topic, this one, because we're on to women's rights, education,
Everything.
religion,
Yeah. Yeah.
animal welfare. Like, there's a lot of stuff. The law, because some religions have their own law, which they believe goes above the law of the country.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a lot of factors here, a lot of factors. I'm not sure what the conclusion is yet, but I suppose soon
True. Yeah.
we have to think of something, you know. Yeah,
Better sooner than later. Yes.
better soon than later. So listen, Anik, that was so awesome. You speak wonderfully well, really, really, and your accent is super.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much for participating. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll
Lovely
talk
speaking
again
to you.
soon, okay? So, thank you so much. I don't know if you can, I'm just
Have a
gonna,
lovely weekend, guys.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Okay. Okay, guys, that was awesome. What a fantastic conversation. And Anik speaks really well, really clearly. And she has a bit of an accent from Northern Ireland, from Belfast. So it's really, really good for you guys if you wanted to, because she speaks like somebody from Belfast. Okay, so that's really, really cool. Now let me catch up here with the comments because I missed a few. Let me see. One with two people next to the field where we type. Okay. Okay, so Guerrera said that the button for calling, it's the one with two people next to the field where we type. Okay, that's awesome, Guerrera. Thank you. Sorry about the static today, guys. And then, sorry about the static, guys. I don't know. Then Adrian, you said, I think bullying is more serious for guys than girls. I don't know. Really? You think so, Adrian? That's a really interesting topic. Otto, so your English teacher is secondary schools or... Oops. The limits of my language is the limit of my world. Okay, Dot, that's really, really nice. I love that. Love that. Sophia, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I love doing the lives, actually. Now, I know that I have 3 questions from today, which I would like to go through. I don't know if the people who asked them are still here. Okay, Dot, you asked, do you have expressions for use of English rephrasing C1? use of English, it's more important, you'll hear, it's more important the grammar. So, for example, in the use of English rephrasing, there's almost always going to be a passive, a reported speech, a phrasal verb, an idiom, probably a conditional. So it's always going to be something like that. I mean, I have an exam book here, but awesome, Sophia. Let's keep in touch. So the rephrasing is a mix of grammar and then normally one or two phrasal verbs and an idiom. But if they're going to put in definitely a passive, definitely a reported speech, probably a conditional, and then some vocabulary for the rest. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Dot. The next one, me magic guy. I don't know if you're still here. You asked me, do you ever do grammar? Guys, I want to move on to doing grammar at some point. Yes, it's my plan because you guys are asking for it. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I think I will have to make a program. For example, on Sunday, I will post on TikTok. Okay, guys, on Monday, I'm doing use of English part 1. On Wednesday, I'm doing use of English part 2. On Friday, I'm going to review conditionals. But I need to organize this. But yeah, I hope to do some grammar, me magic guy, in the future because you guys are asking for it. And Alvin, Swaz Angel, I don't know if you're still here, but you asked me, when you say Ireland, do you mean mainland Ireland? Yeah, I mean the Republic of Ireland is what I mean with that. Because Northern Ireland is part of the UK, where Anik is from. So I mean the Republic of Ireland. Yeah. Okay. Awesome, guys. So guys, all of this is going to be on the YouTube channel. It's the same channel on Instagram and on YouTube and TikTok. It's English with Vicky. Okay, Dot? Like she was on point in those kind of things. She was on point. Yeah, she was on point today in the meeting. Anik was on point today in the speaking. Yeah, very good. So the lives, send me a message if you have any suggestions. Quite a few of you are sending me requests, so I'm keeping a note. And my answer on tomorrow's exam, remind me, what is your question about tomorrow's exam? Did I miss this? Any advice for tomorrow's exam, was it? Tomorrow I have C1 exam, any advice? Okay, sorry, it came up here blurry and I didn't read it. Okay, the exam, oh yes, the exam is tomorrow. Reading is, you can't really do anything now. Use of English, you can't really do anything, but for your speaking, okay, Dake, I'll come to you now. For the speaking, Dot, make sure you do not stop speaking until the examiner says thank you. So for part 1, when they ask you do you prefer studying in the morning or the afternoon? When you start speaking, don't stop until they say thank you. You need to go maximum capacity in the speaking. Speak as much as you can. You can't be shy. Okay, full sentences, make eye contact. Try to speak to your partner before, if you know your partner. And for part 3 of the speaking, try to decide who is going first. Take some snacks. Take water and take some snacks because it's a very long day. The listening, don't lose your concentration in the listening. Even if you feel, oh my God, I don't understand, you must maintain your focus. Okay, try your best. Nothing in blank. Do not leave anything blank. You need to manage your time for Cambridge. So if you're doing a question and it's very difficult, stop that question, go to finish the next ones and come back. Don't wait at the one that's very difficult. For the writing, tonight, you should review all of your practice writings. Your teacher should have done a lot of practice writings with you, and you should review them. And you should write something similar when you go into your exam tomorrow. Okay? I hope that makes sense now, Dot. All right? Is that useful? I hope it was useful. Anik, lives on the same time. I put them in the WhatsApp group. We have a group for notifications. I try. It depends a little bit, Anik, because I'm working full time. You know, it depends on the day a little bit. Thank you. Okay, cool. That's awesome, Dot. I'm trying to get on like 4, 5, or 7, it seems to be. All right? You're so welcome, Arab. And then, Dakenens, how can one learn all the possible idioms and phrasal verbs for the CAE? Dake, I think that you need to be awesome, Anik. For the Cambridge, for CAE, you need to be watching a lot of TV in English every day, listening to podcasts, reading in English. You need a very, very wide range of vocabulary for C1. That's my motivation for making the TikToks. This is the reason, exactly what Dake is saying here. The fact that there is so much vocabulary. Because the grammar, the difference in grammar from B2 to C1 is not that big. But podcast will 100% help, Anik, yeah, totally. But the difference in vocabulary from B2 to C1 is huge. It's vast. So that's why I'm making these podcasts and doing these classes, is for that, Dake. It's just consistency. Just consistency. If you want to do your C1, you need to be doing stuff in English every day, especially if you're not living in an English-speaking country, you know? I hope that answers your question, Dakenens. And for CAE, there are lists, There are lists, but they're not conclusive. I hope my channel will be helpful for people who want to learn vocabulary for C1. All right, that's my number one goal. Okay, awesome, guys. So listen, today was great. It was really long. I was very ambitious about the amount of time it would take us to get through. Thanks for the heart, Mario, to get through all of this. I think for tomorrow, I'm going to prepare something a little bit shorter. Anik, your speaking was awesome. Thank you so much. All right. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. If you want to be in the WhatsApp group, the link is in my bio. So welcome. And you can send me a WhatsApp. I have a few WhatsApps now. If you want to be in the notifications group, and if you have any suggestions, you can send me a DM. And I'll put this on YouTube so you guys can study it in summer or use it to review or whatever. Or anybody who... Alessio, there you are. Hello. Alessio was a superstar yesterday. Okay, so if you missed anything, you'll try to find it. Awesome. It's on YouTube. Hey, Forensics. How's it going? My superstars. Okay, cool, guys. So we'll see each other tomorrow. Okay, I hope you guys have a lovely evening. We'll talk soon. Okay, keep in touch. Bye, guys. Catch you later.